Hey, how y'all doing, family? Welcome, welcome, welcome. I'm Solomon Savoy, host of Faith-Based Workplace here on YouTube. Real quick, I just want to say thank you. If you subscribe to the channel for a long while or you've been here for just a little while, like a day or two, thank you for your subscription. Thank you to all the VIPs that have become members of the channel. I'll put that link, matter of fact, in here, but I'll put it, on the screen. If you want to join the channel and, for a low monthly membership, can't even talk tonight. For a low monthly membership, you can actually join the channel. You'll get exclusive videos, exclusive pictures, and different messages from what, the regular viewing audience gets. So that's the link right there. You can click. You'll see it on my YouTube channel. You have like a little blue join or something. You click on it, and then you go through the process and set up the monthly membership. And, I just recorded a video right before I recorded this one for the members. And I'm going to record some more throughout the week, probably tomorrow. But yeah, so you can join the channel. Hey, man, if you're not following my wife, follow her, Narc Free Living. This is her Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, Narc Free Living LLC on everything. Also, her if you want to get a shirt like this one, Save Not Soft, you can go on narcfreeliving.com, follow Shannon Savoy there. And then Shannon also just wrote a chapter in this book, The Power of Breaking the Silence, the blueprint of a survivor. You can see a picture there. You order the book off www.narcfreeliving.com. And guess what? You would get an autographed copy of the book, y'all. You only can get it on her website, so go check it out. Go check it out. If you want to follow me, hey, this is all my handles as well. TikTok is the one that I'm really on, but you want to get like Knuck of You Buck hoodie or t-shirt or anything like that, or Narcissist Survivor, or Parental Alienation is Real. You want to get in one of those shirts or a hoodie. Hoodie is only in a Knuck of You Buck. You can go to www.faithbasedworkplace.com. All right, y'all. This is a recording, obviously, but I just wanted to record this video, make sure I put something out this week, but I'm also going to do a actual recording of the Wednesday, because Wednesday I will not be live. I don't know when I'm dropping this video. This might be dropped Monday or Tuesday, not sure, but I'll drop this video as well. And this one is called Love Does Not Hurt. Again, love does not hurt. Let me click on this right quick for the sound effects. Probably gonna use them a few times at least. But again, love does not hurt. Before we get started, let's go ahead and do the intro, and then we'll go ahead and get started with this message. Shouldn't be a long message. It's just a video. I'm going to get more into recording more videos, so I can have videos, throughout the week. Also, my short videos, going to have those as well. Just changing up things in 2023. So, and we're going to get back to actually doing more of the premieres. You was here when I first started. I was doing a lot more premieres before I started doing lives. But I'm going to get back to doing lives and premieres. I just think it gets, a chance for I can record something, then I can be in the chat, really be in the chat with y'all and watch the video, in the chat, and we can participate in the chat. So we're going to be doing that. But let's hit you with the intro and send outro. We ain't even recording it yet, but let's hit you with the intro right quick, and we'll be right back. Okay, we're back, and yeah, it's not a live stream. It's going to be a recorded video, but but it's still going to be a video. So let's talk about this. Love doesn't hurt. A lot of times, we've been in these relationships where the person, they profess they undying love for us. They confess they undying love for us. They tell us they love us over and over again. They buy us gifts. They take you on trips. They buy you cars. They buy you homes. They do all these things, and yet and still we sit here a little while later, maybe a few years later, maybe 10 years later. It just depends, on the circumstance and the situation. But through that, process, that time you was with this person, it was a lot of hurt times, a lot of times that you were crying, a lot of times that you felt the neglect, you felt the abuse, you felt the physical abuse, you felt the mental abuse. See, love doesn't hurt. It doesn't matter if the person tell you they love you 30 times a day. If they raise their hand to harm you, that is not love. If they part of a, let's say, a smear campaign and they're supposed to be your spouse, that is not love. If they mentally and emotionally abuse you day in and day out, like, they tell you you're too fat, or they tell you too skinny, or they tell you, you'll be nothing without me. I've heard some of those things before, especially the "you'll be nothing without me" from a narcissist. But at the time, I will admit that I was believing those words, that I'll be nothing without them. Nobody will ever want you. I'm pretty sure we all can raise our hand. We probably heard that before. Nobody will ever want you. Nobody will want you with 3 kids. Nobody will want you with 5 kids. See, that is not love. That is hurt. Love does not hurt. See, narcissists don't understand this simple concept. They get with you, and however they get you, whether it's a lie or, they use money, or, fancy things, fancy cars and homes, however, whatever it is to attract you, they quickly understand what it is they want out of you. It could be for their career. Maybe they just want eye candy. If you one of my sisters, maybe they just want eye candy. It could be a brother too. I mean, some women, believe it or not, are covert narcissists, and they want man eye candy on their arm. Maybe they older or something like that. Maybe you established in the community they're trying to get part of. So they lure you in with sexy things, or with sex. Let's just be honest. We adults, we're having a conversation on here, and they use you and abuse you. But again, love does not hurt. It reminds me of the movie. I don't know if you ever seen, most of us probably have, the movie Boomerang. Remember when Eddie Murphy was in there with Robin Givens, and they had just, I don't want to keep saying sex, but they just did the nasty. They just did something, you know what I'm saying? But she left money on the table as if he was a male gigolo or some kind of prostitute or something. And when, I don't know if you remember the scene, but he grabbed the cover and he just pulled the cover to him because he felt used and he felt abused. See, some of us feel used and abused, just like that scene from Boomerang. You don't remember it, go check it out. Good movie. Had funny parts, but it had some parts you can actually learn from as well. But my point is, we feel used and abused after narcissists basically just leave some money, because you know how they do. Or she can have the house, he can have the car. I don't want it because they don't want it, because they no longer want you. But also, they've moved on with their new supply, with their new side piece or whatever, and they got what they needed out of you. How many years that took, whatever amount of time that took, and it was never about love. That's what I want you to understand. It was never about love. See, when you're dealing with a narcissistic person, they don't know how to love. A lot of people will disagree with that. That's okay. We can agree to disagree. But my point is, them trying to love you is like trying to put lipstick on a pig and telling me it's something pretty. No, it's a pig. It's still ugly. Just because you put lipstick on it don't make it a beautiful thing. Just because you buy me gifts and take me out doesn't mean you love me. See, you can't buy love. But narcissists understand that love, well, money, I should say, is the root of all evil. So they use money to gain success. They use money to understand that they can buy certain things and do certain things, and the person might fall in love with them, but they don't necessarily have to love you. So they'll use this money, the root of all evil, to destroy you as a person. Because see, that same money they use to get you, Check me out. Follow this. That same money they used to get you is the same money they're going to use to try to destroy you. What do you mean, Solomon? What do you mean by that? I'm glad you asked. I'll tell you. What I mean by that is these people are going to use that money to try to destroy you by hiring a private investigator, by hiring a lawyer to divorce you, having that lawyer try to take you to court 3, 4, 5, 6 times a month to have you out of work. Because they know, see, they got the money and the means and the know-how to be able to ruin your life with that same money they use to lure you in. It's funny how the narcissist work. And I guess funny, not the word, but it's evil how the narcissist works and how they think, how they mind process. And I'm not saying I know a narcissist, like that, but I've seen it done. I've seen where they try to take things from you. They take the house. They try to take the children. They don't even want the children. But yet they still try to take them. See, and it goes back to what I have on the screen. Love does not hurt. See, if they love you, they wouldn't be trying to hurt you. If they love you, they would have never physically abused you. If they love you, they would have never hit you the first time. If they love you, they wouldn't curse your kids out. If they love you, they wouldn't leave your bank account empty, bone dry. Matter of fact, they left your bank account in the negative. Ask me how I know. If they love you, see, when you're going through a divorce, what you begin to understand and what you start to learn, you learn that this person is all about themselves. And we sometimes we still, and I know I did it, not still, even after all they did, you still trying to just get a divorce and move on with your life. But they still trying to get the car, they're trying to get the house, they're trying to drag your name through the mud, they starting a smear campaign, they calling the police to your job. How many of y'all have been there? I might make this the live right here for Wednesday. I didn't think I was gonna do that, but this might just be the live right here. Not the live, but the premiere. Love does not hurt. Because I think we should participate in the chat. So if you have been in a situation where they called the cops on you at your job, just put a 1 in the chat or say I have. If you've been in a situation where they tried to get you fired from your job, put a 1 in the chat or say I have. If you've been in a situation where they left your bank account with 0, put a 1 in the chat or say I have. I'm pretty sure we're going to see a lot of 1s in the chat. And even after this video ends, if you watch this video, I want you to go down to the comments and put I too have been in a situation where they left my bank account dry, or they tried to take the children from me, or they started a smear campaign, or they tried to get me fired from my job. They tried to take my business from me. All these things. They set my clothes on fire. I mean, they do so much. They do evil. They flatten your car tires. They throw bricks through your cars. And this is men and women. It's not just women that's throwing bricks through the cars and scratching the cars up. Men do this as well. Remember, we said before, you heard it before, Jezebel is a spirit. So a lot of people associate Jezebel just from the Bible and saying it's a person. No, Jezebel is a spirit. Remember, she was killed way back then by a pack of dogs. But my point is, it's a spirit. Jezebel can be in men and women. Therefore, you get this love-hate relationship, so to speak. Therefore, you get this, what I'm talking about, love does not hurt. See, if you look at this a little bit deeper, you'll understand that, no, love does not hurt. Doesn't hurt. It shouldn't hurt. If you with the right person that really respects you, they shouldn't hurt you. They shouldn't want to hurt you. If you with the right person, you know what I'm talking about. They want to see you succeed. If you're around the right group of people, and we're not just talking about spouses. When I say group of people, we're talking about family members or people in general. They should want to see you succeed as well. But all too often, we get around these people that they just want to get close to us so they can learn about us, so they can use that information to destroy us. As we keep it real over here on Faith-Based Workplace, you know how we do. A lot of times these people, they tell on themselves. The red flags are big, just like this button right here. It's the button I hit to make that noise. So you got an X on the front. But my point is, the red flag is bright and red. And I think sometimes we ignore the red flag, just like this button. I can see this button plain as day. If I don't see nothing else, I can see this red button, but I can't ignore this button because it's right here on my desk. You look at everything else, my desk is dark brown and I got different colors on my desk, different things, but this red, it sticks out just like a red flag, as if it was a narcissist. Matter of fact, moving forward, I think what we should do every time we see a red flag or we think of a narcissist, we should think of this sound. That's an indicator that something is not right. Something is wrong. Like my wife always say, something in a buttermilk isn't clean. It's true. So if you associate the red flag with this button, listen to it. That should be an indication, almost like seeing a red light. Say a red light, we usually stop what we're doing. If not, you can end up in a crash. Well, a red flag should be the same way. A red flag, you should stop what you're doing. Reevaluate the situation, because you might end up in a crash. But in this case, we're not talking about a car accident. We're talking about a relationship accident. See, a relationship can crash as well. What I mean by that, we can burn the bridge in a relationship as well. So the narcissist will try their best to blow the bridge up, so to speak. And it's weird. They do all that stuff, all that hate and all those things. But at the end of the day, they still try to come back to you. Sad. Very sad. So it's either one or two things. Either they were hurt by the new supply. Their ego was hurt by the new supply. Maybe the new supply not giving them what they thought, and they want to come back to the old supply, which is you, and they want to continue to say, I love you 30 times. They show you they love you through gifts and trips, but they never really show you they love you through their actions. See, you can't confuse the actions of buying a gift and going on trips as actions of love from somebody that don't love you. See, if you do that, then you end up in the same situation you just were in, which is narcissistic abuse. Does that make sense? I hope that's making sense. You can put it down in the chat. It's making sense. Yeah, this is definitely going to be the live. I don't even have Bible verses for this, but because I didn't know I was going to make this the live. I just thought I was going to do another recording and get off. But this is so good. I can't just record a 10-minute video out of this and then just get off. I just got to keep going. So we had, almost 18 minutes now. So my point is, when you're dealing with narcissists, you're dealing with any kind of people, any person or situation where these people don't love you, you have to move on. And I know it's hard to move on. I know sometimes you're like, man, Solomon can't do it. It's too hard for me to move on, do that. But you got to remember, this is for you. This is for you to understand what is going on. So we have to understand that dealing with a narcissist and dealing with people like that, like the flying monkeys and the enablers, that sometimes it is going to hurt when you have to go no contact with these people, when you have to great rock these people. Because let's just be honest, we don't really want to go no contact with people. We don't really want to go low contact with people. We don't really want to. You see where I'm going. We don't really want to do those things. We really don't want to have to put people in their place. But sometimes, as a human being, you have to stand up for yourself, and you have to be willing to say enough is enough. And this love thing that you confessing, these gifts that you buying, these trips that we going on isn't really love. It's only a part of it. Your actions speak louder than your word. You can say I love you, like I said, 30 times, but are you showing me you love me? And I'm not talking about the gifts. I'm talking about really being there for me when I need a shoulder to cry on, when I need someone to talk to, when I need a prayer partner, when I need somebody to go to church with me. Is the narcissist going to church with you? I'm pretty sure most of you will answer no. The narcissist doesn't go. And even if they do go to church with you, they're only doing that so they can fit in. See, they want to be part of the team. They want you to know and believe that they too love Jesus. They too love Yahweh. They too worship God. But you have to understand that maybe they worshiping the little g God. Maybe they're only going to church with you just to blend in. Almost like a chameleon. See, a chameleon blends in any situation. The narcissist is the ultimate chameleon, so they're going to blend in any situation. And their mask is going to slip at some point, at some time. They're going to show you who they really are. And once you discover the red flag, then you will understand that this was all a show. It was all a front. It's like watching a movie. So we all trying to figure out how the movie is going to end. Like they have the movie, you know, it starts out slow and it got a climax and then it comes down and then you trying to figure out how it's going to end. It's just like some of our relationships. It starts off slow, then it builds up, you know, with the trips, the money, the car, it's going up and up. But then it comes crashing down. And that's where the divorce or the separation or that mass slip comes into play. And then we sitting there trying to figure out like why we didn't recognize the red flags, why we understand they are X for a reason. Boy, that's good. Don't need Bible verses all the time to get the point across, do you? Why we understand they're X for a reason. See, some of us even went back to the X multiple times. See, it's a proven fact that it takes at least 7 times for a person to truly leave someone. Think about that. 7 times for a person to truly make a person an ex. And that's on average. We all know it can go more than that. It can be 10, 15 times. And why is that? Because the narcissists keep telling you they're going to change. They're going to change. I love you. They're going to change. They're going to change. And here it is. They still end up being an ex. You should always hear this noise. When you think of red flags, like I say, you should always hear this noise. So if they're ex, leave them as an ex. Move on to the next. And I ain't talking about the next person, but move on to the next adventure in your life. Move on to what God wants you to do. See, the narcissist is just a distraction. See, you can have a reaction to the whole thing, or you can be reactive, or you can be proactive. See, after going through narcissist abuse, a lot of times I try to be proactive to a lot of things because when you react, that means it already didn't happen. Now you're reacting to the situation. See, if you have a reaction, see, it can be a bad reaction, and then next thing you know, we getting arrested because of how we reacting to what the narcissist has. You see where I'm going. So again, love does not hurt. So any situation that you've been in and you think that the narcissist is going to change or they didn't change because they, you know, maybe you've been telling them for years and years you love roses. And I've heard stories where the narcissist never bought the roses. It wasn't until they said enough is enough. They moved into their mama house or somebody like that, or moved into their girlfriend house, or maybe the dude finally left and went. Then all of a sudden, you know, you get roses. Or you get what you always been asking for. You know, you want conversations and they never want to talk to you because they're drinking beer and just getting sloppy drunk. Now you're getting those conversations. That don't mean they change. That mean they realize that to get you back, they have to change. Catch this. They have to change to get you back. It's not that they change forever. They just change to get you back. Let that sink in. They just put that in the chat. They only changing to get you back, but they have not changed forever. I don't know about you, but that's pretty deep. So the person can change, like a chameleon can change its colors and blend in the leaves and the branches and the brush, but yet they still a chameleon. They didn't change who they were, they just changed their colors. So they changed their stripes or whatever you want to call it. So it's the same with the narcissist. They didn't change who they are as a person. They just They just changed just to get you back. So then you end up in this cycle where maybe the first few months, everything is good. Y'all communicating. No abuse is going on. They giving you money. No financial abuse is going on. No physical abuse. No emotional abuse. Everything is looking pretty. But what happens? What happens? Danger. That's what happens. So at some point or some time, it's going to be a situation where that mask is going to slip again. And I don't know when it's going to happen. It could be a few months. It could be a year. It could be a few years. Let's just be honest. And all of a sudden, they fall back into where they was the first time. Don't get me wrong, I believe in second chances. I mean, I think we all mess up and make mistakes. But when it comes to physical abuse and emotional abuse, it comes to narcissistic abuse, I don't really know if you deserve a second chance. In the chat, we're being interactive. If you think the narcissists deserve a second chance, I ain't talking about narcissists, I'm talking about the narcissists that you were with. If you think they deserve a second chance, put in the chat yes or no. I already know my answer is no. They don't deserve a second chance. Not after something like that. Not after all you've been through. And some of us are still going through these things and still trying to heal through these situations. So what you have to understand is it gets better. They say time heals all wounds. Maybe that's a thing. Maybe it can happen. But you got to understand that you got to put in that work and you got to do things to help out the situation. You got to go to God and figure out that you can't do these things alone. So after coming out of narcissist abuse, after coming out of an abusive situation, you got to understand that some things you can do on your own and a lot of things you actually can't. You're going to have to lean on God. You're going to have to lean on people that have been through narcissist abuse. Stop going to these people that have never been through narcissist abuse and they're trying to tell you how to heal. I said this before. You can't go to somebody that's not a millionaire and try to learn how to be a millionaire. They working at Burger King. That doesn't make any sense. Think about that for a second. You want to go to somebody that has been through what you have been through. You want to go to somebody that understands that love does not hurt. You want to go to somebody that understands what narcissistic abuse really is. What this from a scientific perspective or a biblical perspective, either way, that person needs to understand what narcissistic abuse is. So if they don't understand it, why am I talking to you? Why would I go to a psychiatrist or a therapist or a counselor or a life coach that or a YouTuber or TikTok or whatever, and I'm trying to find out everything I need to know about narcissistic abuse, but yet still this person don't understand the magnitude of narcissism? That makes no sense. But they have people that go over there and sit down and listen to these people and hoping that they say something that can help them. And then they have channels like this one, Faith-Based Workplace. And we have enough videos that can help you out of most situations. And still got videos to come. But my point is, why would you go to these other places where they're not feeding into you? They're not helping you. They're not people hoping that they'll help us. And they don't. They really don't. So in closing, I want to leave you with this. Love does not hurt. So if you're always constantly questioning your relationship, you're always constantly going to the pastor or always going to the counselor or going to the marriage, counselor, whatever the case is, and things are always going on, things are always happening, just understand this. Real marriages, godly marriages where two people really love one another, marriages where people understand it takes work. Marriage is a work. It's a job. You got to work for these things to work. It's not going to be a lot of physical and mental abuse going on. I'm not saying the marriage is perfect. That's not what I'm saying by any means. But what I am saying is it shouldn't be a situation that every time you turn around, it's a situation. Every time you turn around, you're crying. Every time you turn around, you got to go to your girlfriend's house. Every time you turn around, you pull up in the yard and you see the car of your spouse and you go for another drive. You just got off work. You just worked a 12-hour shift. But yet still you pull up in the yard, you're like, man, she home. You go drive around. Or you pull up in the yard and say, oh, he's home early. You go drive for 2 hours just trying to, probably talking to God, listen to gospel music, whatever you're doing, just trying to get your mind right. That's not what love is. You should be happy to come home to your spouse. You should be happy to, spend time with your spouse. So yeah, I'll tell you what COVID did. COVID showed a lot of us that, narcissists are really out there. And the abuse was rampant during the height of COVID in 2020. Because see, the narcissist wasn't working. They were at home with you, with us. Well, not with me. I was married to Shannon. But you get what I'm saying. I'm just saying, during 2020, a lot of people that were married to narcissists in 2021, it was a lot of divorces that took place. Now, they won't talk about that. But I'm about to find some statistics or numbers on that. But I'm telling you right here that abuse was rampant during 2020 and 2021 because all the lockdowns and everything. I'm not talking about just in America. I'm talking about all these countries. And divorces were high. Women going to the hospital, it wasn't all for COVID. It was for abuse. Men going to the hospital, it wasn't because they were sick with COVID. It was because of some kind of abuse going on in the home because the spouse was there 24/7 and they couldn't escape them. See, their escape was when they leave the home at 6 a.m. and go to work, and some of them went offshore and they gone for 21 days and things like that. Or they had to travel for their job and they gone for months. Or they was truck drivers and they be gone for 45 days. But when the world shut down, so to speak, you seen abuse just high alert. So moving forward, we have to understand that when we see these red flags, remember this right here. This person, and when I say red flags, I'm talking about the physical abuse, the mental abuse, the emotional abuse, the financial abuse, the vulgar, language they use, the talking about you to their homeboy. A real man not gonna go talk to another man about his wife. A real woman not go talk to another female about her husband. What I mean by that, you're not gonna go say how good the sex is in the bedroom. You're not gonna go tell them how much money y'all make. I mean, if you're smart, you don't tell people those things. I'm just saying. Those are red flags. And they got many red flags that we can name, but if that person is in your life, whether they're a spouse, an in-law, a family member, or whatever, they should be an ex. It should be however you want to do the ex. It's still an X. No matter which way you look at it, upside down, it's still an X. They should be removed from your life for a reason. Because, see, you can't move forward in life and have people pulling you back and pulling you down. You have to go no contact with these people. See, they don't love you. They trying to stop you from growth. You tell them you want to start a business, they looking at you like, who do you think you are? I didn't talk about this before. We don't have to go into detail with this, but let's hold on. Quick little rewind. So if you got these people around your life and they like leeches, the leeches, the little black, I ain't got a picture of it, but the little black thing. You ever watch the Rambo movie or movies like that? You see this thing stuck to the body and it's sucking blood. See, you got people in your life, they are leeches. They don't love you, they just hurting you. And what I mean by leeches, they sucking you out of money. They sucking you out of energy. They always negative. They always got something to say about you and your relationship. And the funny thing is, they never in a relationship. And when they are in a relationship, they come asking you questions. But when you're in a relationship, they trying to talk about your relationship. Funny how that works. But yeah, those people. You have to understand that sometimes you have to cut these people out of your life to be able to move forward. Love does not hurt. I don't care if it's a friend, a mama, a mother-in-law, a father-in-law, a father, a brother, a sibling. You get what I'm saying. So if you're in these situations, you have to understand that you have to do something to shake up something in the atmosphere. You have to do something to get away from these people because these people mean you no good. Hit the buzzer twice for that one. These people mean you no good. So I want to say thank you, for tuning in for this. Hey, if you ain't subscribed to the channel, usually we live on Wednesdays, but this is our Wednesday because I'm on vacation this week, but still want to drop a video. I've been doing a lot of work, been busy. been falling down on certain things, but just keep me in prayer. I'm trying to get back to recording videos. Like I said, I recorded a bunch of videos today. I'm going to record some videos tomorrow, and then I'm making myself trying to keep myself to a promise where I'm going to record at least 2 to 3 videos a day. And then that way I have me, what I call in my drafts. You know, on TikTok we have drafts, but even on YouTube, I have my vault, and I have videos ready to go. Whether they short, long, whatever, I'm going to keep recording, continuous recording. That way I can drop videos throughout the week. God telling me, you know, hey, it's time to drop more videos. It's trying to get, you know, time to get more people and lead more people to Christ. And I only can do that, you know, it don't have to be just on Wednesdays when I'm live. I can do recordings like this and make it a premiere. I can do shorts. I can do just different recordings, you know, whether they 5 minutes, 10 minutes, whatever the case is, and get the messages out there. This took a little bit longer because I want you to understand that people come into your life, not everybody mean you good. Some people actually mean you harm. Let that sink in. I'm gonna say it again. Not everybody means you good. Some people mean you harm. And no, they're not just haters. It's people that's in your life right now. It's people that's in your circle right now that don't love you. And they're trying to figure out a way to hurt you. They hoping something happens in your life and they can, yeah. Hey, subscribe to the channel by hitting that bell, turn on all notifications, like this video, share this video out on your social medias. We still, you know, we're still growing and moving. We want to get more people to the channel, lead them to Christ, but also let them understand that narcissist abuse is real, but you can heal from narcissist abuse. It's going to take work, but we can do it. All right, y'all. I'm Solomon Savoy. This is Faith-Based Workplace. Subscribe, like, share, comment. Hey, praying for y'all as y'all pray for me. I'll see you on the next live, whenever that may be. And Shannon and I are doing a live on her YouTube. I think it's going to be on February the 14th, which is Valentine's Day. So that should be a great message on Valentine's Day. She'll be posting that, and then, you know, I'll post it over here on Faith-Based Workplace as well. So we'll be live on Valentine's Day. I don't even know the time yet, but I don't even care. But I know we're going to be live, and we better get some things accomplished. So, hey, it is what it is. All right, man. God bless y'all. And I'll see y'all next time here on Faith-Based Workplace. And I'll hit you with the outro. And all right, y'all. Oh, wait, hold on. Gotta end with that, man. One. All right, man. I'll see y'all next time. Hey, subscribe, like, comment, share. Become a VIP to all the VIPs. Thank you. Thank you for your support. For all of the subscribers, thank you. For all the new subscribers, welcome to the channel. Hopefully you're able to learn. Hopefully you're able to grow. Hopefully, you know, a prayer that I say or a word that I spoke, not just on this message, on other messages, can help you going through narcissist abuse as you deal with narcissist abuse. All right, y'all. Be blessed. See you next time.